Okay, cool. Live on YouTube. Okay. Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Wassalatu wassalam ala Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Assalamu alaikum rahmatullah to the Muslims that are watching. Salam to everyone on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Okay, basically, I want to do a serious talk today, and it's about the future of the Ummah in regards to TikTok and Instagram, maybe Snapchat. I've got Snapchat, but I don't think there's as much people on it. Maybe they're their own community. But basically, how TikTok, especially TikTok and Instagram, are molding the future generation, and like basically the generation in their early teens and their early 20s and so forth, and the ones underneath them. Because things are changing, you know. Social media hasn't been up for that long, but things are getting serious. Instagram has a lot of fitna on it, yeah. But I think TikTok is worlds ahead. So the reason why I'm saying this is that with TikTok and Instagram, especially TikTok, it's become quote unquote cool and accepted and comfortable to openly sin. Now, most people from this generation coming up, like I said, in their either mid-teens, early teens, mid-20s, and so forth, your parents, most of your parents, alhamdulillah, you know, they were never boyfriends, they were never girlfriend. Most of them came from back home, wherever that be, you know, whether it be Arab country, whether it be, you know, Somalia, whether it be Pakistan, they came over here, and most of your parents, they were never a boyfriend, they were never a girlfriend, they never did zina. They got married, and then what happened? They had a lifetime marriage. Inshallah, they're gonna get old, and they're gonna die together. Yeah, there was a few people that they split up and so forth, but most of them, your father and your mother was in your life, even out of the few that did divorce and so forth, you knew both parents. Yeah, there's a few people because of war and so forth. That wasn't the case, but the vast majority, yeah, of Muslim youth, yeah, from the past generation, yeah, their parents, if you ask around all the Muslims up now, their parents, yeah, vast majority of them, you know, they know their mother and father. They was raised in a two parent house, yeah, and you know, their parents had 10, 15, 20, 30 year, 40 year, 50-year marriage, and then inshallah their mum and dad are gonna die having one marriage, yeah, that lasted a lifetime. This generation underneath now we know we're in a different environment. You know, it's not as conservative as wherever your parents came from, but there's an added fitna towards this generation with social media. And if you look at how Muslims are going on especially TikTok and Instagram, how the brothers are flirting, whether it be with, you know, their videos always flirting. I don't know whether it's modeling clothes or with the Range Rover or the fat car with their shirt open, or what is it, or just what is it? You know, when people just make stupid videos of photos and videos of just flirting. You know, I don't know, where they put some filter on and they're glowing and this, that, and the other. And this is brothers that are not practicing and brothers that are practicing. Whether it's brothers who with a big beard, you know, like on TikTok, you'll see some brother, he's just looking into the camera, he's rubbing his hands, he's licking his lips, just looking into the camera, he's got imam on, he's got full. Or he might not, his all might be exposed half naked, this, that, and the other. You know, the video, it doesn't say anything in the video, his eyes are glistening and so forth. Then you've got the sister with the, like, you know, the Catwoman abaya and the, you know, the little headscarf thing and a tight, like, abaya that shows off her breast and her bum and all this. And it's all just flirting. There's nothing said in the video. All the memorizing, all these sisters memorizing the Cardi B, the Nicki Minaj, all these WAP songs and all these songs about all sex, talking about in hijab how they can ride it like this and ride it like that, talking about their private part, talking about men's private parts. The thing is this, bro, and it's just, is that 40 year, 10, 20, 30, 40 years marriages and stuff, there's a reason why your parents had it. It's not just because their name was Muhammad or Aisha or Fatima and Uthman or this, that, and the other. The reason why your parents got that blessing of that lifelong marriage and then inshallah they're going to get old together and they're going to die is because they practiced the Quran and Sunnah. You don't get the results of the Quran and Sunnah if you don't implement the Quran and Sunnah. Now, there is some brothers and some sisters who try and do the right thing. They're on the, you know, whichever gender you are, you try and do the right thing, yeah? And someone looks the part, they got the beard, they got the fold, she got the niqab, or she got the hijab, or she got this, that, and the other. And they're not what they look like. They're not what they look like. And there's no shame in that person for, you know, getting divorced because they sincerely got married with the intention to stay together for life. And the person was a joker on either gender. Yeah, forget this, men and women are both trash. Men and women have to get married and they've got to have families and so forth. And if everyone's trash, yeah, then there is going to be no marriage. No, just like how you're a good, you know, person from your gender, there's good people from the other gender who want to get married and do the right thing and don't take marriage as a joke. But the point I'm trying to say, yeah, the point I'm trying to say is that the way that the parents, yeah, got these long marriages wasn't because their name was just Muhammad or Aisha, or just because, you know, they were in another country. Yeah, the reason why they got it is because they tried to follow the Quran and Sunnah, and in return, Allah blessed them. You know, and the thing is this: these relationships that are going to happen from TikTok and Instagram, these ones where, you know, for example, whether it's like I said, where on TikTok brothers are naked, sisters are just butt naked, all naked themselves, you know what I'm saying, and so forth. And everyone's just flirting. Brothers and sisters are singing songs together, duetting each other, doing videos together, you know what I'm saying. Brothers are putting pictures up saying, I like sisters from this country, giving them different ratings out of 10 on their body and their faces and this, that, and the other, and so forth. Like brothers and sisters memorizing all these nurse, because all this music that's out at the moment, we know music is haram. We know music is haram, yeah. But this music is basically pornography in the form of nursery rhymes. These songs that people are memorizing and so forth, this music is just pornography with a beat, yeah. And you've got brothers singing it like brothers with beards or brothers with no beards or brothers with their no shirt on or brothers in fold with this, that, and the other. Sisters in a hijab, you know what I'm saying? Sisters without hijab. They're all memorizing these sort of things, singing about private parts. This is not normal. And if you think, wallahi, if you think that because these relations, wallahi, they're not going to last. I'll tell you why these relationships are not going to last. These religions, these relationships, yeah, they have the image of Islam. Man might have beard, might have kufi. Oh, sorry, brother might have kufi, might have phobe. He might not. He might just have a Muslim name. He might be from, his parents might be from, like I said, either, Arab country or Pakistan or Somalia, whatever, so forth. This is the outward looking. This is the outward looking. But these marriages are just based on he's hench, he's divine, defiant, yeah, he's handsome. Her body looks good in that tight abaya. You know what I'm saying? She got a face full of makeup. What is it? What is it? She dances sexy and all this kind of stuff. Relationships based on sin, music, nakedness, dress but nakedness, yeah, flirting. This is not gonna get you these lifetime marriages, and they're not gonna last. And what's gonna happen? Wallahi, when brothers are posting these videos and their shirts are open and they're dancing and they're rapping all these tunes, and they do these videos, yeah. And when sisters do these videos, when they're trying to wear the tightest abaya to show off their bum and chest and so forth, and so forth, it's not just a matter of these brothers and sisters struggling with sin. This is not about people struggling with sin. If you want to do 150 million, cheap dances, yeah, to Cardi B or whoever it is, or was it Young Boy MBA or whatever their names are and so forth, yeah, you can do it in a mirror, yeah, a million times. We don't care if you faint from tiredness, yeah, or do it on your phone privately. It's not just about struggling with sin. People struggle with different things, yeah. When you do it at home in your own bedroom or in the privacy of your own house, it's between you and Allah. Sinning is not the problem. Everyone struggles with something and different things, yeah, and it can be given up because Allah. It all goes back to Tawheed, and Allah can make something. Allah will not make something haram that's impossible to give up because it's from Tawheed, and one of His names is that He's Al-Adil, the most just. So it can be given up. But the point is this: you could sin as much as you want in front of the mirror, yeah. Do as much haram dances as to these dirty tunes in a mirror or in your phone on private. People don't just want to sin; they want to come out, yeah, in public, yeah. They know before they make the video, why they make the video, and after the video, it's wrong, but they still do it. Whether it's with a beard, whether it's a Muslim name, whether it's with a kufi, whether with this people know from your nationality or ethnic facial features that you're Muslim, and they just not give a damn. And the thing is this, yeah, when brothers memorize all these songs and do all these dances, these sexual dances and stuff, and sisters do it, whether it's in hijab or isn't in hijab, then there's obviously people in their comments saying, "MashaAllah, brother, so beautiful, Allah bless you," all this stuff. This is just flirting. And then what happens after? If they're in your comments, if people of the opposite gender are in your comments, on your pictures, on your videos, on your dances, then that means they're in your inbox. And some people are going to be linking. There's brothers and sisters singing. A sister makes a song or a brother makes a song, and then you can add a video onto it, and then you're singing with them, and you're flirting. And the thing is this theme, yeah, only gets results if you follow the way of the Quran, the Sunnah, the way of the Prophet, the companions, and the rest of the. If we do what they did, we get the results they did. If we don't, we're going to become just like Christians. And you have to choose, this generation, you have to choose now. Call people haram yourself, haram police, whatever you want. Call them extreme, call them whatever. But the thing is these marriages that your parents had, these lifelong marriages, the 10, 20, 30 years marriages and so forth, they are not going to come from this flirting, this music, this sexual dancing, and the relationships that are built off these social media apps. And it's okay. You can, if you want to do what you want to do what you want to do. Yeah. But if you want our deen to become like Christians, yeah, where everyone's doing zina, yeah, everyone's having abortions, all these men are running away because they got a girl pregnant from zina and they weren't looking to start a family. If you want what the Christians have got, carry on. Because when people try to advise you, because you're young, advice just goes in the air and out the other. If you want Muslims here to have bare, and I'm not talking about, look, like I said, there's some people, yeah, who try to do the right thing. They follow the Quran and Sunnah. They were fair in Allah. They weren't doing no mucking about. They tried to marry someone who looked like a good Muslim and so forth and this, that, and the other. And the person turned out to be a joker, yeah. And they did everything they could, and the person wasn't pulling up their side in the marriage, and he got a divorce. Yeah, and that person ended up being, yeah, a single mother, yeah, or a brother that was married to, a single mother. Well, we should call them a abandoned mother, because most of the guy will get her pregnant and then dust off, or she will have to leave because he's a joker. But the same thing with brother. You can marry someone who looks like hijab and this, that, and the other, and so forth, and looks like she's a part, whether it's niqab, whether it's hijab, this, that, and the other. The person that like doesn't pray, listens to music, wherever it is. We're not talking about these exceptions. We're not talking about these exceptions. If these happen, the person's not blameworthy if they become a single mother or they become, a father that divorced or this, that, the other, and so forth, and kids came from. We're not talking about exceptions. Don't take exception and make it a general rule. Yeah. So these people are not blameworthy. So if I mention like single mothers, or I mention, single fathers or whatever, or not two-parent families, I'm not talking about the people that try to do things right. I'm talking about there's vast amount of Muslims now, yeah, who basically, because of these social media apps now, the relationships that they're having from these things are going to fall apart. And if you want there to be bare Muhammad's stuck for Allah, yeah, bare people with the name of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, yeah, who are runaway fathers, yeah, or bare Aishas, yeah, who are having like pushing a pram with a kid from zina, then carry on this stuff. Carry on this TikTok thing, carry on this only God can judge me, carry on this, what is it, just like memorizing these pornographic, all these pornographic tunes and openly singing them. Because we're going to be the Christian, the Jews got destroyed because they didn't practice. Yeah, the Jews got destroyed because they didn't practice the knowledge they had. They didn't follow the rules and the laws. Yeah, they they were arrogant and so forth. And the thing is this: don't think that what happens to Christians, where Christianity means nothing now. Go just like in Islam, yeah, fornication, tattoos, yeah, adultery. All these things are haram in Christianity. Go up to the average, boy and road, in this country, because this is a Christian country. When you go to school, they take you. They have like sometimes they have church. They have Christian holidays. When you go to court, you have to swear on the Bible. Yeah, like there's lots of things, in the law, in the court system, in the school syllabus, and so forth, that are, bank holidays and so forth are Christian. They're quote unquote Christian. But there's nothing left of Christian. Christianity has no deen left nowadays. And yeah, you might think that's Christianity is a weak and rubbish religion. Obviously, it's not that. They worship a man, their Tawheed, their Akida and Tawheed is messed up and this, that, and the other. That's why some people don't practice. But the thing is that it's normal now. It's just accepted that Christians do zina. It's just normal now. It's just normal for Christian women to be outside half naked, be in church half naked. What is it? It's normal for there to be bare runaway fathers in Christianity. Like man goes, like even this stuff like clubbing and stuff. It's wrong in Christianity. You can't just go wind up with total stranger, yeah, and go back to a hotel and stuff. I'm saying, don't think that the Muslims can't just become like the Christians, because the only reason why the Muslims, like, alhamdulillah, Muslims ain't perfect. Muslims ain't perfect. But we can say when it comes to marriage, we've got the longest marriage. When it comes to virgins and stuff, male and female, we've got more virgins and this, that, and the other, and so forth. When it comes to people growing up in two-parent families, by far, yeah, we outnumber any modern religion nowadays. Even Jews who take their religion more seriously than Christians, we outnumber the Jews when it comes to marriages, when it comes to two-parent families, when it comes to amount of virgins and this, that, and the other, and so forth. Because a lot of Jews, you can't convert to the religion. They just, you can't convert to the religion. They just want to keep it amongst themselves and think everyone else is going to hell. But that's a whole different discussion. The point I'm trying to say is that the reason why the Christians are messed up, what they say, because they did even though they don't follow the religion of Isa, how it was followed. They left their laws, their lords. Go up to the average black Asian boy, what is it, white boy, yeah, from a council estate, all from a posh area. Yeah, because most people in this country, you're raised Christian. You go to school, you got Easter, um, you got Easter, you've got, what is it, Lent, you've got all these different things. Like I said, if you go cool, they ask you want to swear in the Bible. Ask them what fornication. Fornication is an English word for zina. Fornication, because in Christianity, there is no girlfriend, there is no boyfriends. Yeah, there is no dating. Yeah, but it's normal now. Like the average Christian doesn't know what the word fornication means. You got to them, they look at you baffled. They think they think it's what they wouldn't have a clue what is it. So ask them what is fornication. But just like that, just because like it's so normal, that people go church with their with their girlfriends, boyfriend and girlfriends committing it's a major sin. Like tattoos is a major sin, but Christianity, we don't expect nothing from Christians anymore because their deen is dead. So I'm asking you guys, I'm asking you guys, yeah, I'm asking you, especially the brothers and sisters on TikTok and Instagram, do you want the relationships, the lifelong relationships where two people get married, they get old together, they die, yeah? Or at least, they married someone, your marriage lasts 10 years, 20 years, or this, that, and the other. Would you want this? Babies from zina, runaway fathers, one kid or a woman with one kid from bare different guys. Like a man who's got bare kids all over the country, yeah, and he's not in and of their lives. Because I'm telling you, yeah, I'm telling you, this, you think it's just music. Music is a deen. Music is a deen, and YOLO is a religion, and you can't practice YOLO, yeah, and Islam at the same time. Because I guarantee you brothers and sisters on TikTok and Instagram, yeah, that are doing all these flirty stuff, like I said, with whether it's the brother with his shirt open, yeah, or was it lying against the Land Rover, which ain't even his, with the sister who's wearing, like some sisters are just taking liberty. They wear the tightest abaya. It's clear what they're trying to do. Turning to the left, turning to the right. Be careful, be careful. You might get what you want. Because if you want to start making each other into sexual objects, yeah, then cool, you may get some girls and you may get some guys, yeah. You will get some, like, brothers and sisters, be careful. Because when you do this, keep on flirting things and this nakedness thing, I'm gonna tell you this. Yes, you're gonna get like you're gonna get bare people from the opposite gender, and you're gonna say, "Mashallah, you're handsome, you're tick, you're buff, you're defined, this, that, and ever." And sisters, yeah, you're gonna have bare people saying, "Mashallah, Allah bless you with your good body," and all this stuff. And all this stuff is haram. How you say Mashallah and then talk about the person's body, yeah, and intimate parts, yeah. But anyway, you will get there. You will get comments, you will get inboxes, but I'm gonna tell you this as well. Just like how you're hench and just like how you're defined, yeah, there's a better model out there. When you stop making yourself like a human being, and you keep on posting this thing of that you with your shirt open and your six pack and the was it Land Rover and the fat house, which is not even yours anyway, this, that, and so forth, yeah, or it is from haram money or this, that. And when you sister wear the tightest up to show your bum in your chest and this, that, and so forth, and to keep turning aside and show your whole body, cool. You will get man saying like, mashallah, and you smashed it and you're buff and you're this and you're pretty and this, that, and so forth. But if you create this environment where we look at each other as objects, yeah, there's always going to be a better model. So if you got them, yeah, because you were fit or you're buff or you're hench or this, that, and the other, there's going to be a better model. And if you are stupid enough to think that a brother or sister is coming online, only checking out your pictures, only looking at you, right, mashallah, you're buff or you're this, that, and the other, and then coming offline and then sleeping and dreaming about you, and doves are coming out the sky, and white curtains are coming, and bloody some haram Nasheed singers are singing some song about you, and that they're not looking at other people's profiles and not in other people's DMs and not saying mashallah under other women's videos or brothers' videos and stuff. You're a fool. So if you want to have this relationship, so this is just flirting, Catwoman Abaya and where's it? Muhammad with his shirt open by the Land Rover, this, that, the other, and just flirting. Yeah, if a relation is built, yeah, on sex, music, and nakedness, it's gonna end because of that. Because if they're looking at you as a sexual object, there's gonna be someone better than you, and someone better than that person, someone better than that person, someone better than that person. And then it's just gonna become zina, 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 zina. Bare runaway fathers, bare abortions from zina, bare parents from zina, kids from zina, and this, that, and the other. This is not a joke. Wallahi, I'm a convert, I'm a revert. Growing up in a society where the vast majority, yeah, because even if you go in a council state, go to a council state and look at the Christians and look at the Muslims. Yeah, Muslims ain't perfect, but even the Muslims that grow up in a council state compared to the Christians is a big difference. Like I said, 9 out of 10 Muslims grew up in a two-parent family in the past generation. Your mother and your father, yeah, they were virgins. They were never a boyfriend. They were never a girlfriend. They got married. They be together for years. Inshallah, they didn't get old together and die, and they've been united in Jannah together. But the generation underneath, these the TikTok Muhammad next to the Land Rover with his shirt open, the Spider Woman Abaya sister and stuff. And they've memorized all the tunes, all this Cardi B talking about her private parts, talking about men's private parts, talking about how good she is sex. The brother talking, doing the same thing, rapping about how good he does it to girls and all this stuff. Wallahi, there's not going to be no 10, 40, 50 year like lifetime marriages from this. It's not, it's impossible. But the thing is this year, and this is what I would say to you, take your parents, because the strangest thing is that, and I know Muslim families ain't perfect. I know, like, yeah, the father, alhamdulillah, the Muslim mothers and so forth, all they do is pray and love you, you know, and in service of you. Like they pray, love you, their sons and daughters, they just love 24/7, 24/7, 24/7. Make something out of nothing, you know what I'm saying? Always cleaning, always tidy up, they're in service of you. I know the fathers, the Muslim fathers and so forth, yeah, they're hard workers, yeah. Any man, any brothers that know Muslim men from abroad who come to this country and stuff, this stuff about immigrants being lazy is rubbish. Yeah, when the immigrants come here, there's no job seekers allowance when you're coming from, whether it be, like I said, Somalia or Pakistan, or was it the Arab countries. There's no job seekers allowance. Man ain't waiting no 2 weeks for the £80. There's no housing benefit. Either you work and you provide, yeah, or you're gonna starve. But when they come here, they work 2 jobs, they work 3 jobs, they work long shifts. We know them, we see them all the time. Yeah, they're workers. They may not be the best at communicating, and this is wrong. This is not from Quran. The father may not be good. The Muslim father, yeah, may not. He's physically there, but a lot of the time he's not mentally there. In that he works long shift. He's in the home physically in the home. Yes, he doesn't have the best communication skill. He like I've met brothers who their fathers never told them, "I love you, I care about you." You know, yeah, you mean something to me. I know they've got this mind state that's not good. Yeah, and it's not from Quran and Sunnah, where they don't tell their kids that they love them and they care about them, especially their sons. That they're like, as long as I pay the bills, I'm a good dad. As long as I make the lighting on, the heating on, the this, that, and the other, this is everything's paid for. That proves I'm a good father. This is not from Quran and Sunnah. But the point I'm trying to say, at least the fathers are around. Yeah. Yeah, yes, you should tell your kids that you love them and stuff, because if you don't, that can end them up going in gangs or trying to get attention, going into crime and getting the love from the gangs. But that's a whole different subject. The point I'm trying to say is that if you look at Christian families and you look at Muslim families, even if they're from a council or state, this, that, and the other, Muslims are generally growing up with two-parent families, yeah. And unfortunately, like other cultures, this is not happening, because the Christianity is, there's no deen, there's no ibadah, there's no lifestyle. It's just you go to church on Sunday, then you go home, watch EastEnders. Like there's no difference between an atheist life and a Christian's life. Alhamdulillah, we have a deen on a daily basis that tells us how to live life in every aspect of life. We have guidance in every aspect. And the saddest thing is that women grow up in a house, yeah, and the marriage might not be perfect, but you grow up in a house where you see a mother and father, and they get a, you know, and They may not be the best at showing affection to each other, but the thing is this, yeah, you know, they stay married, just you know, your brothers and sisters ain't here, there, and everywhere, and this, that, and the other, in different families, and this, that, and the other, and they're gonna live until they get old, yeah, and inshallah die and be reunited in Jannah. Yeah, you got that, and I'm sure definitely every girl wants that. I'm sure every serious brother, knowledgeable brother, he wants that. He doesn't want bare kids from bare different mothers and this, that, and the other, and so forth, and he's only in some of his kids' lives and so forth. Yeah, but the thing is this, yeah, it's funny. It's funny because take all these brothers, yeah, who try, you know, who whether they're doing haram through crime or through fraud or whatever it is, yeah, or or they get their relationship through this flirting and you know and this that and the other. And the same thing with the sisters. All these sisters, whether they're non-hijabi, yeah, with a face full of makeup and a tight half naked and this that and the other, you know, who think they're mature, because the non-hijabi sisters they think like they're so grown up, yeah, you know, and no one can tell them nothing. They got their eyelids done, wearing push-up bra, wearing tightish jeans, you know what I'm saying, cleavage showing, this, that, and so on and so forth. And this is from this generation. This wasn't happening before. Yeah. And then like no one can tell them, anything. So if you get five of them brothers, get 5 or 10 of these what is it Barbie sisters, the half naked ones, you know what I'm saying, and so forth, you know, who think they know everything, you know what I'm saying, they're going on dates, you know what I'm saying, they talking about boyfriends in videos and stuff like that, with the eyelids and the push-up bra, all this stuff. Get them and get the same brothers that act like them on TikTok and Instagram. Put their relationships together. What do they have? They have zina hair, they have 6-month relationship hair, 3-month relationship hair, that 2-month marriage hair, then divorce, kid from zina from linking up before and this, that, and the other. It's a mess. Like I said, get whether they're the ones in a tight hijab, whether they're the ones that are half naked, get them and look at their relationships. Zina, abortion, baby outside of marriage, 6-month relationship, 3-month relationship, 2-week relationship, flat. Same with the man, the brother was the Land Rover, with his shirt open, this, that, look at his marriages. Same thing, got in a situation with his sister, they were going to get married, but zina happened, then he got her to get an abortion, 3-month marriage, 6-month marriage. Most of the relationships, they don't even last a year. Why? Because the foundation wasn't Quran and Sunnah, so how can the result of it be anything other than that? The point I'm trying to make here is that your mother and father, they didn't have Snapchat, they didn't have Instagram, they didn't have TikTok. They didn't act cool and do zina. They didn't do zina. Wasn't a boyfriend. They wasn't a girlfriend. See, the whole thing is that people, like when you're young, advice just goes in one ear and out the other because you think you know it all. But how is it with your parents who a lot of us will look at our parents, yeah? A lot of Muslims look at their parents as uncool, as backwards, as not in with the times and so forth. Your parents were never a boyfriend. They were never a girlfriend. They never did zina. Yeah, they didn't have bare relationships before they get married to get experience. They tried to follow the Quran and Sunnah, and they got a lifetime marriage. But Mrs. 2021, yeah, I know what I'm doing. I'm young, I got long eyelashes, I got tight jeans, yeah, I know how to control man. And Mr. Yeah, I got a fat Land Rover, all the girls love me, my shirt's open. Look how much I can push and this, that, and the other, so forth. All that came from their shortcuts. And all that came from their flirting and their singing these songs and this, that, and the other was what? Abortions, zina, yeah, kids outside of marriage, yeah, 3-month relationship, 6-month relationship. So the thing is, I'm saying to you guys is that I'm saying you think, yeah, you think with these Instagrams and this TikTok and this open sinning and this open like just doing haram and brothers and sisters just flirting with each other and so forth, you think, yeah, you're going to get a better result from the Quran and Sunnah because when your parents talk, yeah, or when people try to tell you about Quran and Sunnah, you yawn, you roll your eyes. It's like, haram police. But your parents didn't have the technology that you have, yeah, and they didn't have all the access to all the information of the internet and this, that, and the other. So how come they got lifetime marriages and you and you're pregnant outside of marriage, or you're running away, yeah, from a kid because you ain't got the responsibility to look after it. This thing's not a joke. I've grown up, yeah, in a society, yeah, where the vast majority, just like I'm 9 out of 10 Muslim kids, yeah, grow up with two-parent families. I've grown up on the complete opposite, where most people don't know who their fathers are. And that's what I'm saying. You take a council, take the Muslims and take the Christians, and look at the two thingies. One has two-parent households and this, that, and the other one single mothers. And like I said, I'm not talking about the sisters or anyone that ended up to be a single mother, because they should, to be honest, with the non-Muslims, the single mothers, yeah, the single mothers and this, that, and the other, they should really be called abandoned mothers, because what happens, it takes two to tango, but they get left with the baby because the father was living, the father wasn't looking to build anything. He was going clubbing, he was just filling up his phone with bare girls, because there's no Yom Kippur, there's no Day of Judgment. Well, there is, but even to Christians in this country, it means nothing. Jesus died to save your sins, but the point I'm trying to say, we are going down the same path as Christianity. Now, Christianity isn't the true gene because they worship a man, they worship Prophet Isa alayhi salam. But the way that their rules are off, not doing zina, not having, not doing drugs, was it not drinking, not clubbing, not raving, this, that, and the other, and so forth. Especially with TikTok and Instagram, we are starting to openly sin. We're starting to openly sin. We are starting to openly sin, yeah. Yeah, we are starting to open sin and not give a damn. TikTok is the worst. I'm telling you, TikTok is changing the Ummah. And I'm like I said to you, the generation underneath, yeah, this generation underneath, the choice is yours. Either you're going to choose to practice the Quran and Sunnah, or you're going to have relationships the way TikTok says and Instagram is, and so forth, and you're going to have, and it's going to be chaos. It will be the case. It will be the case that people are just walking around with the name Muhammad, yeah, and Aisha, yeah, like with kids from zina. Oh no, yeah, with kids from zina. Yeah, yeah. So anyway, so the point I'm trying, people don't want to hear it, but I'm just giving you a warning. I'm not prophesizing anything. I'm just telling you. I look, when things get messed up, yeah, you can't just click your fingers and make it go to back before. I'm telling you, someone coming from a non-Muslim culture, coming from where religion means nothing and it's dead, bruv. Yeah, and no one takes it seriously. I'm telling you, once things get messed up, it's not going to be easy to get it back. Yeah, like I said, if you look at the amount of like the amount of people that are virgins, yeah, yeah, and there's nothing to be ashamed of. You should be proud to be a virgin if you're a Muslim, yeah. The amount of virgins, I could proudly say, yeah, when I would go around to my talks and this and so forth, yeah, that the vast majority of Muslims are virgin compared to Christians. Because most Christians, they're losing their virginity in secondary school or in college. Done. Alhamdulillah, I can still say at least 50%. It might be more than this, that, and the other, but a lot of brothers and sisters are still virgin until they get married. And hold on to it that, if you are that, yeah. Because the thing I'm saying is that we do not want to be a culture of Aisha's pushing prams, yeah, with babies from zina and runaway Muhammad's, yeah, who are dusting, yeah, dusting from focals and dusting to different areas with kids all over the place and he's not in their lives. It may seem cool when you're singing about you're wearing hijab, yeah, and you're singing about how sexy you are and how you can ride it like this and ride it like that, and how your pee is like this, and you ride these like this in the female companions and the prophet's wife's hijab. Like you just don't give a damn. You're just dirty. You just like Allah revealed that hijab, yeah, as a uniform to represent Tawheed and Akida, and that we are believers, and Aisha water of pride, and Fatima water of pride, and you know that that was a uniform that Allah gave to the female companions, and that represent that I'm a believer. I believe in Tawheed. I don't believe in worshiping men, women, animals, idols, and this. That. You know that's what that represents. And then you know you're in your house, yeah, and then decide. Shaitan whispers to you, and you know before you make the video, while you made the video, after you made the video, and people advise you, it's wrong. But you just want bare man in your comments and bare man in your box. So you in the hijab, you memorize the words about singing about your private parts and men's private parts, and memorize the dance, and you intentionally upload it. Yeah, and you do it a couple of times to get perfect. And you're shaking your bum in the camera in Aisha's hijab, the female companion's hijab, the Salaf's hijab, the Prophet's wife's hijab. Just because you bloody want like comments in your from men in your comments, and men inboxing you. And talk about your P and your man's D in the uniform of Tawheed, man. And the Prophet's wives. They disgusting. And the brothers do it as well, like same thing, shirt open, this, that, and the other, so forth. Some brothers, they got the shirt open, we've got Islamic bread, or what I'm saying, their name's Muhammad or Uthman or Ali or this, that, and the other, so, and they're just flirting. Some brothers, I seen brothers in the gym reading hadith with no top on. Don't give me that crap that the aura is from the man's belly button to his knees. Because if you walked in your wife or your sister or your daughter, yeah, when you have one, yeah, and if you walked in off your wife and a man was talking about Jannah or the Prophet and he had no top on, yeah, were you gonna sit down and watch it with her? No, you're not. You're not. Bare man's just working out with no top on, trying to say hadith and give down this, that, and the other. So if you walked in with your wife or your daughter or your sister, this, that, and the other, and they were watching a laptop, I don't care what man was talking about, the Prophet, the Prophet's manners, Jannah, I was saying the Malaika and stuff like that, you are going to close that laptop because you are not going to let your wife, yeah, what is it? Watch a man, yeah, who ain't got no top on. Just because something is permissible, yeah, doesn't mean it's appropriate. What do I mean? You are not going to go around to your wife's parents' house, yeah, in 3/4 length, yeah, with no top on. Why? Because it's not appropriate. So that crap about, yeah, bare people trying to bring out hadiths when they're doing haram and flirting on TikTok and Instagram, trying to use hadith, but all of the man is from the belly button, from this, that, ever. Cool. Okay, so would you allow your wife to watch people working out, men working out with no top on? No, you're not. You're not going to allow your wife to do it. You're not going to allow your daughter to do it. You're not going to allow even your sister to do it, who's younger than you. Like I said, this whole thing, as I wrap up, yeah, I'm just saying this because I'm on TikTok. People say, why are you giving down TikTok on this, that, and the other, and so forth? Because TikTok and Instagram, these videos are not just on TikTok and Instagram. The videos that are being made on TikTok and the videos that the videos that are being made on TikTok and Instagram, they're not just on TikTok and Instagram. They are going to all other social media, Facebook, Twitter, this, that, and the other. And because of TikTok is a quote unquote music app and so forth, Muslims feel like it's a sin-free zone. They feel I can go here, I can behave as nasty as I want, yeah, with a Muslim name, in hijab, with a bed, with a phone, or when people know I'm Muslim and no one can tell me anything. Because if they say anything to me, automatically I'm gonna say there's a music app, you should be here. But one, yeah, well, you should be on that app because you're a Muslim. Did you forget yourself? Yeah, did you forget who you was when you were downloading that? Did you forget you're a Muslim? Because music is haram. You know music is haram. So you should so that rule should have applied. When you was downloading that app, yeah, because you got your answer ready, we're like, if anyone advised you on TikTok, we're like, what is it? Well, this is a music app. Okay, well, you should be on it. If you got your answer so ready, yeah, then how did you download that app? Because you're not supposed to be on it. And secondly, I don't give a damn yeah, whether it's a music app or not. Allah's rules exist everywhere. Or Allah's rules don't exist on TikTok. So TikTok is superior to Allah. Yeah, it's funny. It's funny. People, when you're people, you can't give dawah. People say you can't give dawah on TikTok, you know? But you can talk about Palestine on TikTok. How come that's okay? You don't say it's a music app. Don't talk about serious stuff. Don't talk about anything. It's a music app, so you can only talk. You can only so you can only what is it? Sorry guys. Shaitan trying to mess my thing up, man. Anyway, the point I'm trying to say, yeah, point I'm trying to say is that TikTok, people say, yo, you can't talk about it. It's a music app, so you shouldn't be on there. Cool. But when it's time to talk about Palestine, you could talk about that. That's not music. You said you're not supposed to have serious talks because it's a music app. So people can talk about Palestine on TikTok. There's no problem with that. People can talk about Shukri, may Allah give her jannah, inshallah, on TikTok. People can talk about like racism and stuff on TikTok and so forth. But you can't give dawah on TikTok. The point is that the videos from TikTok are spreading to all other social media, and now people are getting braver and braver of sinning openly. So it's one of two things: either people just allow people to get worse on TikTok and Instagram, or people start checking them. Because I guarantee you, you see now, if you no one thought before TikTok came out, no one thought that you would find, yeah, an app, yeah, where there's sisters in hijab rapping about their private parts and men's private parts, yeah, and twerking. No one would think that. No one would think that a few years ago, but it's happening. Not one sister, not tens of sisters, hundreds of sisters. No one would think there'd be a person like a brother named Muhammad did this, that, and the other, and so forth, giving dawah with no top on, like just naked, like blatantly just naked and stuff like that. Or brothers with a beard, yeah, what is it? Man, like just licking his lips with imama on and like looking at the phone, doing press ups and this, that, and the other with imama and what is it, shirt open, like an Islamic bed. If people are not checked, they get worse and they get worse and worse. Next thing, boyfriend and girlfriend on TikTok are going to be kissing together. Yeah, husband and wife are going to be openly kissing on TikTok and Instagram. If people are not checked, it's going to get worse and worse. Now you've got people in shopping malls doing TikTok dances in hijab and stuff like that, and brothers, same thing. So the whole thing is this: either our brothers and sisters, yeah, we start checking these brothers and sisters, yeah, on their flirting with their music, with all this stuff. Well, I'm telling you, this generation, so this generation, yeah, this generation, younger generation, ask yourself this, honestly, ask yourself this question. Do you think, yeah, do you think that this generation underneath is going to have the marriages that your parents did? That lifetime marriage, 10-year marriage, 20-year marriage, 30-year, 40-year marriages. Do you think this generation, the relationships that are coming out of TikTok and Instagram and all this social media stuff, do you think they're going to be lifelong marriages? Or do you think we're going to have bare abortions, bare kids from zina, bare single parent families, and that's going to become our norm? I'm telling you, if you want bare Aishas pushing prams with kids from zina, carry on not taking your deen seriously, carry on calling people haram, please. Carry on singing Cardi B songs in hijab and brothers doing these videos like flirting and stuff. Carry on, because when it does get messed up, yeah, when there's bare boyfriend and kids from zina and so forth and all this stuff, yeah, you can't get it back to how it was before just because you want to. At the moment, we can say, yeah, a lot of brothers and sisters are still virgin. And if you're a virgin and you're a brother and you're a virgin and your sister, pat yourself on the back. And don't feel odd, feel great, because you're not a follower. If you're a brother and a sister, yeah, and you're in your early teens or your early 20s, yeah, and you're not smoking, you're not drinking alcohol, yeah, and you're not smoking cigarette or weed, yeah, and you don't listen to music on a daily basis, yeah, and you're a virgin, yeah, then pat yourself on the back because you're not a follower like the vast majority of brothers and sisters. The vast majority of brothers and sisters on TikTok and Instagram, they are sheep. So they are sheep. So yeah, the vast brothers on the vast brothers and sisters, yeah, on TikTok, yeah, on the vast brothers, the vast amount, not half, the vast majority on TikTok and Instagram, they're just sheep following the rappers. You know what's weird, yeah? Do you know what's weird, yeah? Sorry about all the technical thoughts. You know what's weird? The Prophet, Allah and the Prophet, they tell us to, Allah tells us to memorize, his speech. The Prophet told us to memorize certain du'as and stuff, as a guidance. They actually tell us to memorize these things, yeah, and that it will benefit us. You know what? For the most part, the rappers, yeah, Cardi B, yeah, all these rappers, yeah, they don't even tell us. They don't even tell people to memorize their lyrics. But go on TikTok, you will find brothers and sisters, Ahmed, Uthman, Ali, Fatima, Aisha. The rapper doesn't even tell them memorize my lyrics. They memorize the lyrics word for word. They memorize the sounds, the ad libs they do. They memorize the dances word for word. Wallahi, the vast majority of brothers and sisters on TikTok and so forth, they know more. They know more sentences of Cardi B and Steph London, yeah, and Nicki Minaj than the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. If you sat them down and said, okay, recite word for word, yeah, the sentences you know from Prophet Muhammad and the sentences you know from Cardi B and this, trust me, they're gonna stop when the Prophet. They're gonna stop in a minute or two, yeah, long time before they're reading out what Cardi B and this about. Every new song that comes out, they memorize the exact words, the dance, the sounds they make, the little movements they make. Tons of sisters in hijab, tons of brothers. Now tell me the three questions when you go in the grave: Man Rabbak, who's your Lord? Madina, what's your deen? Man Nabi, who's your prophet? Yeah. How are you gonna say that if you die? If these brothers, the brothers and sisters on TikTok and Instagram who's singing all these songs and memorizing all these songs in the last year or 2 years or two or so forth, they've what is it, memorized 5, 10 songs of them. They forget that much more than that. Every week there's a new song that's out in this dynamo. Please tell me, if you don't memorize hadiths, you don't memorize, you're not memorizing Quran and this, that, and the how are you going to answer the three questions in the grave when our soul's taken? Because it's not whether you're not just going to say like you can get a piece of paper and memorize the three questions, or you're going to say it off your head. It's gonna Your soul's going to answer. So your soul, if you was living that life, it's going to answer it. But if you wasn't living it, just imagine the brothers and sisters on TikTok, all these songs you're memorizing like a few new songs every like couple of weeks, yeah. Like since you've been on TikTok, you've memorized at least between 5 and 10 songs, yeah. Please tell me, how do you know that's not gonna come out your mouth if you was to die in a car crash, or you was to get hit by a bus, or you was just to get COVID, or whatever it is, or just get ill with this, that, and that? How do you know? Because you're memorizing all these dances and all these things regularly, like these dances and these lyrics, you're learning them inside out. And I know it's been a while since you memorized like a saying of the Prophet, of the Prophet, even in English. Anyway, man, I'm about done. What I'm gonna end with is this, yeah. These videos that people are doing on TikTok and Instagram, yeah. Um, they're gonna mess up a lot of people's future. You've got a lot of brothers and sisters who are doing videos with the opposite gender, singing songs, yeah, flirting with each other, this, that, and the other. There's gonna be a time, yeah, when you grow up. Yeah, there's gonna be a time when you get a bit wiser. Yeah. And what's gonna happen is that you may marry someone, yeah. And yeah, you may tell the person, I haven't always been on deen. Yeah. You may tell the person, I haven't always been on deen. There was a time of my life when I wasn't practicing. Cool, 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 cool. But someone knowing that you wasn't on deen, and then someone seen, like, say, for example, say a brother marries a sister, yeah. She tells him, I haven't always been on DD. A few years, like, her sister's on TikTok now. She's doing all these videos in the Spider Woman base showing off her purposely. You can see when you see the video that she blatantly trying to show off her private parts and her body and this, that, and so on. Same thing with brothers, yeah. Now the thing is this, like, she does that with TikTok and so forth, and then what happens is something happens, I don't know. She decides to fix up. So what happens, she deletes all her videos of TikTok and and she starts, practicing, and she actually starts going classes, seeking knowledge, just that, and so forth. She meets a brother. Yeah, she said, look, I haven't always been practicing and this, that, and so forth. Yeah. And then what happens is that the brother marries her. He's not really on TikTok like that, this, that, and so forth. Then he comes across a video. Because when you upload a video, wallahi, you do not know who's grabbed that video, yeah, who's put it on another app and this, that, and so forth. Then he sees this video where she's flirting with like another brother and she's just gazing at him and the brother's got his shirt open or this, that, and the other. Or he's just like, they're making videos flirting. She's done it with a couple of brothers because that's what it is. Brothers and sisters just making videos flirting. Now, a man that has grey run, yeah, if he sees that, even though he heard you went on D, that's one thing. But him seeing a video of you flirting with someone else, he might not be able to live. He's like, no, man. Like, there's video out there. I don't know who else has seen that video. I don't know if the man still has the video. Like there's a couple of videos with different men where she's flirting and this, that, and the other, and the tune is talking about her body and this, that, and the other, and the guy's looking at her body. Like, any man, yeah, who's got any kind of like respect and like ghayra and this, that, and the other, and halal jealousy, like seeing that video, he just, I can't really do this. I don't know like, how many of my videos are out there and how many of these videos are out there and so forth. And you may think it's petty, you may think it's stupid and so forth, um, and so forth. But the brother might divorce her. They could be married. They could be married for like a year or so, this, that, and so forth. Same thing with the brothers. The brothers doing the videos with their shirt open and duetting with sisters and stuff. At some stage, you're gonna grow up. Like, you might like do that, yeah. And then what happens is that you do this video, you don't know someone's took it. You, after a few years of being on TikTok and Instagram, you delete all your videos, this, that, and so forth. But the video's still flying around. You can't. When something goes viral, it goes viral, bro. There's people from 5 years ago, yeah, who a video went viral of them when they weren't practicing and so forth. You just go on Google and you type in the person's name and the video comes up. Once it's on the net, it's on the net, bro. Yeah. So then what happens is that you start practicing. Something happens. You had your time when you're doing these videos with your shirt open or no top on and stuff, flirting with different girls, and the videos, some of them went viral and this, that, and the other. And there's quite a few videos of you out there flirting with girls and this, that. Then you get married. You get on your deen, not married. You get on your deen. You start going classes. You're serious and stuff. You start practicing and bettering yourself. You meet a sister and this, that, and the other, and so forth. You get married. You have kids. And you're trying to raise your kids and this, that, and the other, and so forth. And like, I don't know, one time your daughter's on Google or something called this, that, and the other. She's gonna be 10 times more clued up than you and so forth. And then she shoots this video of her dad, who's got a big beard. You know what I'm saying now? He's going through books of Akida. He's going to study circles. He's like, he may even be in Dawa and this, that, and the other. And he's got a video of him with his shirt open, yeah, flirting, swearing, talking about sex, talking about his private parts and stuff. And your daughter sees this badly, like, what's this? And she's going through her teens and you're trying to tell her, don't talk to boys, you know what I'm saying, don't free mix and, don't go in this app and like, the stuff that we're doing, that people are doing on these apps here and so forth. Imagine you want to become a female student of knowledge and you've got videos of you there, yeah, like talking about your private parts, man. Like, these videos are not going anywhere. They're not going anywhere. Say your grandmother and you've got videos of there, like, you're in your 90s and you've got videos out there, with you like twerking and stuff. Come on, man. Like, it's not funny, man. This stuff is not funny. I know you call people haram police and stuff, but this stuff has repercussions, man. I'm telling you, people are gonna be married for a certain amount of time, and these videos are gonna pop up here, and divorces are gonna happen. Kids are gonna lose respect for their mums and stuff. Imagine you got a daughter, you had your TikTok phase, Yeah, and in hijab, you were singing about, riding man like this and riding my man like that, man, and so forth. And then, like, you've left that stage behind. Now you're a Quran teacher and stuff like that. And these videos come, your kids see these videos, man. You can't give them. How are you going to give your kids nasiha when there's these videos out there? Anyway, that's it, man. Basically, yeah. If there's any questions or anything, then inshallah, ask them. If there's no questions and so forth, I'm coming off, guys. But yeah, I just wanted to get this out because it's annoying, and coming from Jahiliyyah and being a convert, revert, and so forth. Yeah, I'm telling you, uh, when things get messed up, yeah, you can't make it get back to how it was before just because you want to. When you have kids from dinner, or when have bare like 3 month, 2 month marriages, and everyone's doing that and it becomes the norm, you can't get it back. Yeah, you can't get it back to what your parents had. So right now, you can put the brakes on. People on TikTok and Instagram, you can put the brakes on now. You can change it, but it's going to take you not being part of this game. And it has to take us enjoying the good and forbidding the evil, and not making people on TikTok and Instagram, yeah, they feel comfortable about sinning openly because everyone encourages them. Anyone who's doing haram on TikTok, do you know this? People praise them. Even if even if you're not praising them about the dance, like for example, a sister will be dancing or a brother will be dancing and someone will say mashallah about something that's not related to dancing. Don't praise them on the haram video, man. Don't praise them about anything. People hate me on TikTok, especially because I go in people's comments. Reason why, and I leave bare hadiths there, I leave bare ayats there. Why? People feel comfortable about openly sitting on these apps and no one checks them. And what happens is that they become more confident in sinning and they get worse and worse and worse. Yeah. And what happens, the younger Muslim, because they see the older Muslims, yeah, openly sinning and people praising them, they think it's not that bad. It's not that bad to swear. It's not that bad to talk about sex. It's not that bad to, I'm saying, act sexually openly, yeah, in front of people. If all the Muslims are doing it, like everyone's doing it, like zina is not big. Boyfriend and girlfriend is not a bad thing in Christianity anymore. Why? Because everyone's doing it. Same thing's happening to us. The same thing is happening to us. So I hope just thing is that people got to feel uncomfortable, especially on TikTok. You have to make people, yeah, you have to make people feel uncomfortable. You have to make people feel uncomfortable about sitting on these apps. And whether you like it or whether people like it or not, people have to go give down on these apps because these apps, the videos from these apps are coming, they are affecting the Ummah anyway. Things on TikTok and Instagram are going to people are watching them on other apps, Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, and so forth. People are watching it. It's affecting us anyway. So what? Just because it's a music app, yeah, you're not going to go there and confront it. No. If you don't confront the people on TikTok and Instagram, they're going to keep on doing cheaper videos. They're going to keep like talking about zina openly. Yeah, they're going to keep flirting openly. And then what's going to happen? The Ummah that is going to be affected by it. So me, rather than just be on what is it, Twitter or Facebook and stuff, I'm going to the root. I'm fighting at the root. I'm going to the root of it. Yeah. And whether you like it or not, just what's strange about these apps, yeah? Someone can do something blatantly haram, whether it's singing and dancing, and people can give them Islamic praises. So someone can say mashallah to someone who's dancing to haram and dancing sexually, yeah? And they will take it. Lots of people in their comments, in any comments on TikTok or Instagram, people are doing haram and people saying, mashallah, you killed it, you smashed it, and praising them. So why is it you can take Islamic praises like mashallah, like subhanallah, and so forth for haram actions, but you can't take, yeah, Islamic corrections. You can take marshallahs all day for something that's haram, yeah, and it's haram. There was nothing good about the video you made, and lots of people saying mashallah to you and subhanallah, you're amazing and this and so forth, and you don't say to them only Allah can judge me. Don't give me praises for something that I'm doing haram. Like you never say that when people say mashallah and you're doing haram. You never say, yeah, don't judge me, don't praise me for being a bad example for Muslim. You never say that. But when the minute someone wants to drop a verse of Quran in your video or a hadith in your video that's correcting you, yeah, you tell them to whether they should advise you privately, which they don't, because the sin stopped being between you and Allah when you uploaded it to a public platform. You know? But why is it you can take Islamic praises for haram, but you can't take Islamic corrections, yeah, for haram? Why? Why? Because the thing is that really you just want to sin on these apps like TikTok and Instagram, yeah, and enjoy it, and you don't want no one to interrupt your harm, fun, and so forth. And this is what I would say: Instagram and Facebook, yeah, basically. So Instagram and TikTok are this. Basically, what does a prostitute do? What does a prostitute do? A prostitute walks down the street, half naked or fully clothed in very tight clothes, showing off their body, yeah, to get attention, yeah, to get attention and customers. A prostitute walks down the high street, yeah, what is it? Half naked or fully clothed in very tight clothes, yeah, to get attention, yeah, to get customers. TikTok and Instagram is the same thing, yeah. Brothers and sisters. Basically, it's just flirting, yeah, prostituting yourself to get views, likes, and comments, and people in your inbox. That's the reality of the situation. And what people don't like, yeah, is when people correct them, you're spoiling them fun. I came on TikTok and I came on Instagram to get bare attention, bare likes, bare views, and bare people of the opposite gender in my inbox, yeah, yeah, for my own desires. And that's why I'm here. I like whether it's dancing in hijab, whether it's brothers with no top on. I'm here to sin, and I'm on an app, yeah, that has music on it, or it has other stuff on it, and no one can. I'm in a sin-free zone, so no one can tell me nothing. Yeah, no one can tell me nothing. So I'm gonna act as cheap as possible, as nasty as possible, and I'm gonna get my likes, I'm gonna get my views, I'm gonna get my comments, and I'm gonna get an inbox. And if anyone advises me, even though I knew what I was doing was wrong before I did the video, while I did the video, and after it, yeah, I'm gonna just tell them, you know, that mind your own business. So we're tough. It doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, the Ummah is getting messed up, yeah, and everyone's family is connected. We're all Muslims. We're all one Ummah, yeah. Whatever we do affects other people. If there's lots of Muslims in TikTok and Instagram openly swearing, talking about sex, dancing, singing about zina, singing about private parts, and everyone's doing it, everyone else becomes more confident in doing it openly. Yeah. So either either everyone's gonna keep quiet and it's gonna get worse, and we're gonna get to the stage, like I said, bare kids from zina, bare single mothers, bare coward runaway fathers, yeah, or we're gonna address the problem. So just decide what side you're on and so forth. But Yom Kippur, we're gonna be asked. We're gonna be asked, because Allah said, whenever you see haram, yeah, try and stop it with your hand. Yeah, if you can't, the Prophet said, yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I could be minding my own business on a social media app like Facebook, and a video from TikTok comes over of someone just openly swearing and singing about sex and this, that, and the other, and so forth. The Prophet said, when you see haram, either stop it with your hand. That's the best thing. If you can't, then try and stop it with your tongue. That's the next best thing. That's not even the best thing, it's the next thing. And the lowest level is to hate in your heart and not say anything. That's the weakest level of Iman, the Prophet said. The Prophet also said, if people see a wrong doer and you don't try and stop him, yeah. And like I said, the best thing is if you can physically stop them. Obviously, you can't do it in this country, yeah. If people see a wrong doer and they do not stop him, then wait for the punishment of Allah to envelope you. That's what the Prophet ﷺ said. So the whole thing is that it's not about not going on a music app on Instagram and so forth and trying to prevent the evil. These videos are coming, yeah, they're coming. They're in the dunya and they're affecting people and they're encouraging people to sing openly. How many brothers and sisters are doing TikTok dances now in the public, in a shopping mall, in a chicken shop, in Foot Locker, in open in public? Now TikTok is affecting the real world. So you're not saying, oh, you shouldn't be on a music app. So what? We should just allow you lot to do your cheap videos and then mess up people's sisters, brothers, daughters, children. People are doing TikTok dances in public now, in hijab, with bed, with kufi, with Muslim names, everyone, and so forth. Like this is not haram for us. So anyway, that's it, man. It was a long lecture, it was a long talk, but I had to get it out. And yeah, you know. Anyway, so if anyone's got any questions, inshallah, I'm answering them. I'm out soon. Person chatting rubbish, man. They're gonna get blocked. They're blocked anyway, so it doesn't matter. Uh, Truthful companion. So YouTube, don't worry. I'm gonna be inshallah. I'm gonna be coming inshallah. Um, okay, okay. Okay, so salam truthful TikTok. This is the TikTok truthful companion. Wa alaikum salam rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Cluster drop drippy mashallah. Well, some people aren't religious, so you know, not being religious is yeah, it's a choice in life. Either you're gonna be Muslim, you know, a Muslim is someone who tries to submit to Allah's will. Either you're two types of people in life. Either you're a crowd follower, yeah, or you're a leader. If her name is Muhammad or Aisha, but you smoke, you drink, you go clubbing, then basically you're a crowd follower. Everyone else is getting on with their life. Non-Muslims, disbelievers, they're getting on with their life. Yeah. And they don't even know why they're here. But as a Muslim, if you follow them and you copy them like Sarah Macmillan, yeah, if we just follow them, what are we then? Are we sheep? Like if non-Muslims they smoke, so we smoke. Some non-Muslims they drink, so we drink. They do zina, so we do zina. They have kids outside of marriage, so we do. Terry Crager. Inshallah, brother, can I ask you a question, my brother, inshallah? Terry Kanjo, go ahead, inshallah. Mashallah, brother, inshallah, can I ask you? Brother, can I ask a question? Can I ask you a question carrying through words of wisdom? I know you from Speaker's Corner. Yeah, I used to go to Speaker's Corner quite a lot in the past. I used to go there, inshallah. Um, Getting closer to user. Yeah, sorry, that's Y9997. Yeah, I used to go to Speaker's Corner in the past. Um, Getting closer to the end of time. Yep. User 309. Modesty is display, yeah? I'm not sending a message. Why are you an old TikTok video because of the why would a old video cause a divorce? Is the marriage that weak? Yeah, well, at the end of the day, no, it's not that weak. As a Muslim, as a Muslim man, yeah, you're supposed to have jealousy of a wife. If you get married to your wife and then all of a sudden you start seeing videos, yeah, of her dancing with other men and this, that, and the other, it's like you should have jealousy. It should upset you. And if there's like one video, yeah, one video is a like is serious. But if there's a bunch of videos of her dancing and flirting with different men, then why? Like, like at the end of the day, you don't want to see that. You don't want to know it. What you want a pious woman. You don't. You obviously don't want a picture. You don't want knowing that there's a video out there with your wife like dancing with lots of different men, like flirting with them and doing duets and stuff with them and so forth. I feel like we are user feel that I feel like we're in trouble. Our generation and technology hasn't helped. Yeah, it's made it worse. Yes, social media has made it worse. Before social media, we didn't the each individual didn't have the ability to mass affect other people. Without social media, you didn't have the ability. The individual person didn't have the ability to affect lots of different people. So, any questions? We have been asking loads. You've only Terry Angel. This was not a Q&A. This was a statement that I wanted to get out. And alhamdulillah, I'll get out. Shay, you're not a prophet. Stop acting out. Did I say I was a prophet? Some people imagine you, man. Use a fear that, but I feel the best of us don't use social media at all, really, or limited exposure. Yeah, it depends. Yeah, except if you're giving dawah, ain't it? If you're giving dawah and so forth, then it's praiseworthy. But yeah, if you're not giving dawah, then yeah, it's no point in it. You did haram now. That's stupid. How am I doing haram now? Another fundamentalist that doesn't speak for Islam. Then why are you in my life, man? Then it's okay. Like if this is so if you're not interested, then it's okay. There's a button, yeah. There's a button that says exit. If you want to exit, hit the button. Plus, it's easier to get addicted to social module like TikTok and distracted from what you originally wanted to watch. Bro, to be honest, if you're not like on her giving down this, that, and so forth, trying to change the thing, then there's no point, ain't it? Like, I'm on here because I ran a youth project and a bunch of kids were telling me, like, can't you go on TikTok and do something? It's worse. It's the worst app out there. And then I came and I saw how bad it was, and I found there's a lot of TikTok videos on Instagram. That's so and Facebook and Twitter. So what's the point of fighting it on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter and so forth when the root is TikTok? Toxic, but please don't listen to the person. He is fundamentalist force. Anyway, this person's blocked, man. Terry thingy, man. Yeah, you are the weakest link. Goodbye, man. You're blocked, mate. You are fired. Rosie Red Violets, I believe, was the best gun to buy a Jew, to defend from a Jew. Oh, bro. Another block. If you ain't got anything beneficial to say, then just keep quiet in it. Block. Okay, TikTok's going to mislead many of us. And yes, Insta too. Do you believe non-Muslims are also your family? We're all human. In humanity, your brothers and sisters, because we all came from Adam. But in belief wise, theology, creed wise, and stuff, we're not because um, we believe different things. If someone worships a man and someone worships God, then they don't have the same religious belief. But you have rights not to be harmed and so forth. And what is it? And your property has rights and so forth. And that, but yeah, so we're all part of humanity in that we all came from Adam and Eve, Adam and Hawa, as we believe. But we have different things. Someone who worships an idol, and someone worships a man or a woman or something that's created is not on the same belief as someone who worships God. And all the religions apart from Islam that either say the creator became the creation, or the creation became the creator, or they give the creator human attributes like God created the world in 6 days, then he rested. In the Quran, it says that God created the universe, and sleep nor slumber overtook him or affected him. Anyway, yeah, so that was Cape 333. Hope I answered your questions. Hopefully you're blocked soon. Well, you can block me so you don't have to see my videos. Interested user 309, interested poetry radio. Aki, what's your thoughts on Muslim match? I think it's bad. I seen one advert from it. It had music in the beginning, and I just knew it went from the Quran and Sunnah. Whenever I see a Muslim thing that has music at the start and stuff, I just know it's gonna be some watered down business, bro. Whether it's a podcast, whether it's a TV show, whether it's an advert, when it has music, I just know that these people, it's not about finding the Quran and Sunnah on this earth. You have been reported. Hopefully you'll be blocked soon. Oh, don't worry, I just open another account if you reported me for what? You reported me for speaking about what I want on my own live. We are lacking enough leaders. Treasure, I don't think the rules have been broken if you don't like her saying. Instead of trying to censor him, Talib the Observer, wa alaikum salam, brother. Let me ask you something there. Can you answer? Can you answer the question in one, inshallah? You're not answering any questions. Oh, has fundamental insult it's sincere for the person? He's still on here. Okay. You Muslim, my bro. No, I'm just wearing this kufi and this I got this bed for a joke. I'm a Muslim. I've been saying inshallah, mashallah, alhamdulillah, I've been mentioning Allah, the Prophet, I've been mentioning Muslims, and you ask me I'm a Muslim. People are funny, man. Okay. Man is tired. I want to get through these questions. Okay. Okay. Many worship themselves these days. They don't even call themselves, yeah, that's a trend, yeah. People call themselves God or Goddess. Shirk. Yeah, that's big shirk. Hopefully, inshallah, there's no Muslims, doing this. My bro, you Sunni or Shia? I'm Sunni, bro. Too many vids with music. Why? Yeah, unnecessary. Why are you reporting him for? Oh, because they're shaitan, that's why they report me. Bro, make me a moderator. I don't know you. I just joined now. You lost, so I just don't. Bro, don't want to violate you because bro, I don't want to violate you because you're talking about Islam. Be quiet. You're not going to violate anything apart from your keyboard and yourself, maybe. Make me a moderator. Why would I make you a moderator? I don't know who you are. He goes on. He goes okay. Then camera falls. I'm dead. Some people really have no life. Mr. Toby, mashallah, make me a moderator. If TikTok had more people discussing Islam, they would reach more people, I guess, even though the platform. Yeah, that's true. It's my bad. Some message will get through to them. What's your opinion as our speakers corner? You can go there and you can meet people who are sincere, but since mobile phones and stuff, it's become a lot harder because everyone's got their phones out. Like tens and tens of people got their phone out. When people have a conversation, a lot of people are worried about being making look stupid, so that sometimes the conversation is not sincere. But if you know your stuff, I only advise you to go down Speaker's Corner if you study the Deen and if you know your stuff. If you're a new Muslim, I wouldn't advise you to go down there. People will give you shubahat and stuff like that and so forth. Low cool, they get violated. You're not gonna violate anybody. You're not gonna violate anybody. I had people for 10 years saying to come into Speaker's Corner and say they're gonna do this and do that. Not one person turn up. You're not gonna violate anything. I was trying to help you from haters and then say, what is it? Oh, I'm gonna get violated. All right. Wasim Baz, this person said they violated themselves. I've violated myself 3 times today, and I'm gonna violate you now by blocking you, mate. Like, come on, man. I don't know. If you ain't got nothing to do, buy a PlayStation, buy an Xbox, get Lego. I don't know. Well, like Islam, Wasim Faraz 007, Ghostface, 3 lines. I look like 3 lines, yeah? Only Dean, no more streets for me. Pepe Go, yeah, I agree with you. Speakers cool, you can't have a conversation, they jump on your head. Uh, Joke man, hypocrite. This guy's a joker, he getting blocked. Okay. Okay, speakers cool as a joke, you lot jumped. Speakers cool as a joke, you lot jumped Jedi and made Islam look bad. I jumped Jedi, yeah? Oh, I thought I was the one protecting, I thought I was the one stopping yous from knives from stabbing Jedi. I swear I grabbed 2 youths that were trying to stab him. You lot chat rubbish, man. Ask Jedi if I jumped in. Or ask Jedi if I tried to stop people from jumping. I keep hearing the English talk about speaker because I'm from Ireland. We don't have it here. Yeah, it depends. It depends. If you're a Muslim who knows your stuff with that, you can go down there and give dawah to people. Um, Roski, nothing. Don't entertain them. We are good people to. Oh, there's questions on Instagram. Okay. Okay. Do people got speakers? Well, some do. I was sure the guys from videos. I'm from Canada. Sapana, I'm from Canada. My like age you, inshallah. Yo, everyone give him likes, fam. Jazakallah. Anyway, guys, I'm out, man. I'm out. TikTok, I'm out. Um, Listen, I'd say to you, unless you're going to do dawah on TikTok, then don't download that. Unless you're going to try and advise the Muslims that are sinning and so forth, and you're going to give dawah in general, then just don't download that app because whatever you want to find out on TikTok, you can find out on YouTube. So if you, I wouldn't advise anyone on there like to go on there unless you're giving dawah and try to do like limit the amount of people openly doing haram because no one like the amount of people doing dawah on there to the amount of people doing haram is very little. Is very little. So if you're just downloading it for the sake of downloading it, then there's nothing. Nah. The the people that are doing dawah on TikTok, you can find them on YouTube and so forth. So they got shit. If they're doing dawah if they're doing dawah on TikTok, they're going to be doing dawah on YouTube or Instagram and so forth. But yeah, don't download it just for I don't know. Okay, Instagram. Uh, uh, Salim. Salim. Well, assalamu alaikum. Diamond Essence. What's up? Uh, Shakko. Wa alaikum salam, bro. Long time no see. Captain Baba. Facts. Assalamu alaikum. Destroy the women. Destroy the women. Destroy the Omar Abdullah. 47 US. Subhanallah. May Allah aid them. For that, subhanAllah, if this continues, it would just be like that. Yep. Walaikum salam, learning Islamically. Okay. The real Sophia. Okay. Divorce expeditiously. Yeah, it's going to increase. Okay. Samuel Tintin, walaikum salam. You moved out of the UK, looks quite bright there, brother. No, I'm in the UK. I'm in London, mate. I'm still in London, man. I'm in London. I ain't going nowhere. I'm in London. You know? Inshallah, man, I'll make it easy to leave one day, inshallah. But I'm still in London, bro. Okay, so that's TikTok and Instagram. Let me just go to YouTube and see the question. Abdullah Mohammed, walaikum salam, rahmatullah wa barakatuh. Hafiz Abdullah, walaikum salam. Abdullah, are any good Muslim on those platforms? Yeah, there's some brothers giving dawah and so forth, inshallah. Coventry FF channel, walaikum salam, brother, Akhi. Thank you for having me on last week. Mohammed Redwa, wa alaikum salam rahmatullah. Good advice, Aki. No problem, Aki. Mohammed Abdi, 100. Jazakallah khair. Allahumma barak. Truth. Abdullah Isa, truth is, Muslims get good cool. Yeah, Muslims get called gay for staying away from zina. Let them call you gay. Let them call you gay. Alhamdulillah, man. If I'm gay and it helps me to stay at the hellfire, then alhamdulillah, man. Ilyas, did me, Abdullah, we were entered Jannah for our faith. Let them say what they say. Yes, Ilyas. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Your channel is the best on YouTube. Allahu alam about that, but jazakallah khair. Anyway, I think that's it, guys, man. I'm knackered, man. Okay, so Jazakallah khair, like I said, if you want to follow my project, yeah, if you want to follow my project on any social media, just type in Street or D, yeah, Street or DEEN, yeah, Deen is Islam, and inshallah, you can find me on most social media, Snapchat, YouTube, TikTok, uh, Tumblr, Twitter, Periscope. Like I said, but if you're not on TikTok and you're not on Instagram, then don't just download it to follow. Yeah, just stay away. Yeah, all right, and cool. Jazakallah and salam alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh. Love you all for the sake of Allah. Um, may Allah give you Jannah and forgive you of your shortcomings. Please make dua for me that Allah on a Yom Qiyamah, the day of judgment, He forgives my shortcomings and sins, and that He has mercy on me, and that I don't touch the Jahannam and entered into Jannah. Please make that dua for me. There's a bunch of people in on these different platforms, so inshallah, hopefully, it will be answered. I really appreciate it, and yeah, remember, Prophet said all of my ummah may be forgiven except those who publicly sin. Yeah, meaning that if you openly sin, yeah, the chances are you might not be forgiven. If you're struggling with a sin in private and so forth, it can be given up because Allah hasn't made anything haram that's impossible to give up. But the thing is this: once you go from struggling with that sin, yeah, or sinning in private to sinning openly on a public platform with millions, yeah. Now you're affecting, yeah, the Ummah, and you're interfering with people's worship. Allah said, وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونِ. You did not create mankind and jinn except to worship him. When you sin openly, yeah, like I said, someone can sin. If you want to sin in front of the mirror, if you want to do it on your phone, that's your own business. If you do it privately and so forth, and we shouldn't commit major sins, and so forth. And whatever we're struggling with can be given up because Allah won't make something wrong that's impossible to give up. But once you take it out the realm of the privacy of your own home and you upload it to a public platform with millions, and all of us have a few hundred, yeah, or a few thousand people in our friends or our followers on social media. Once you press upload, now all those people in your feed, yeah, you have put them in a situation where they are being tested by the haram you have posted. If you have a video, a haram video with music in, or you swearing, or you, what is it, acting inappropriate, yeah, just translate the views into sins. If it's 1,000 views, it's 1,000 sins. If it's if it's a, so if it's 100 views, it's 100 sins. If it's 1,000 views, 1,000 sins. If it's 10,000 views, it's 10,000 sins. If it's 100,000 views, it's 100,000 sins. Likewise, if you do a good deed, like you post some Quran or something and people listen to, you get rewarded for it. So that's what I was trying to say, inshallah. So anyway, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh. Sure. Salam everyone on Instagram. See you later, inshallah. Yeah? That's Instagram finished. TikTok, I'll be there in a second. Ilyas, Jazakallah khair for the support. Jazakallah khair, Ilyas. Alhamdulillah. Ameen. You too. in the future. Don't worry, I'm glad to see. Don't worry, man. On TikTok, I'm coming. Patient with me. I just edited a video on TikTok and I'm just writing in a title and posting it. Patience, patience, man. Um, Hold on. I'm coming, Talib the Observer. I'm coming. 1 second, man. Okay. Okay, TikTok. Okay, TikTok. What's going on? Sorry. Sorry, I missed some questions. Thoughts on information given related to music on the background. Okay. Price my basket. Hold on. Price my basket. Thoughts on information. Okay. Thoughts on information given related to Islam with music on the background. Yes, haram. It's haram. Anything that sounds like music, whether it's beatboxing, whether it's humming, whether it's singing, it's all haram. Music. Look, just imagine this. Yeah? The Prophet said there's many hadiths, but the thing is this: there's one hadith where the Prophet said there will come a time when people will try and make alcohol, uh, zina, and musical instruments halal. He mentioned it alongside alcohol and zina. Yeah, and we know there are two major sins, two of the worst sins in Islam. Yeah, after shirk. Yeah, he mentioned it alongside. Also, there's another hadith where the Prophet used to hear music and he would put his fingers in his ears. Yeah, so he wouldn't hear it. Yeah. Another thing is this. Look, what's haram about musical instruments is the sound that comes out of them. So it doesn't matter whether you use a beat maker, yeah, to make music, or your mouth, or a pen, whatever it is. For example, imagine you was with the Prophet, peace be upon him, yeah, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and you were right beside the Prophet, and you were playing a musical instrument like a flute or something, yeah, and the Prophet looked at you and said, "Please put that down. It's haram." Then you put the flute down, yeah, and then what happens? 10 seconds later, you make the exact same sound of the flute, yeah, with your mouth. After the Prophet told you to put it down because it's haram. You know that it doesn't matter whether it's done with the flute or the thing that the Prophet disliked is the sound. What's haram about musical instruments is not the look of them, not what they're made of. What's haram about them is the sound that comes out of them. When people, for example, if you're beatboxing, you're making music with your mouth. That's like someone saying, okay, wine is haram, yeah, and wine is made from grapes, yeah. But if I don't make wine, yeah, from grapes, yeah, I make it from a machine, or I make it from what is it, some other type of, what is it, fruit or vegetable, then it's halal, even though it gets you drunk. Do you get what I'm saying? Imagine someone said, look, musical instruments are haram. What's haram about musical instruments? If you hold a musical instrument in your hand, there's nothing wrong with that. If you used to hold a trumpet in your hand, there's nothing wrong with it. Yeah. The trumpet is only trumpet becomes haram when you use it, when you blow into it, or the piano becomes haram when you use it. What's haram about musical instruments is the sound that comes out of it. What's haram about alcohol is the feeling that comes from drinking it. Yeah. So imagine there's a machine now that makes alcohol without grapes. These people that say beatboxing is halal, or where is it, or because, for example, rappers in their studios, they don't have musical instruments. They have a computer with the sounds of musical instruments. So are we going to say because rappers don't use musical instruments that their music is halal because it's not actual music instruments? No, that doesn't make sense. Music is haram because of this. Musical instruments are haram because of the sound that comes out of them. Anything that sounds similar, whether it's humming, whether it's beatboxing, whether it's singing, it's all music. I don't listen to anything. I don't need it either. Alhamdulillah. I used to be addicted to weed and music, yeah. And when I found out music was haram, I gave it up. It was hard at first, but I gave it up. And now I'm happy without it. I'm not going to listen to nasheeds. Nasheeds are a crap version of music. Nasheeds are just a crap version of music. And that's why all these people in nasheeds, now they're making kafar songs. They're singing kafar songs. They're listening to kafar songs, which is haram. And now they're singing the kafar songs and changing the words. But how do you know the lyrics? Can you change the words unless you know the lyrics? It's just people think they can outsmart Allah. Yeah. But whether it's beatboxing, whether it's humming, whether it's singing, just stay clear from it. In Islam, if you have doubtful matters, it's not doubtful to me, but all the scholars. But if you have a doubtful matter, you stay away from it. But look, beatboxing, music, and all this stuff, it's all haram. It's musical instruments. It's music. If a person can't be happy without music, then is music like a god to you? If you can't be happy, if you can't live your life without listening to music, and I know I used to love music and so forth, yeah, but there's necessities in life. But music is not one of them. Eating is a necessity. Drinking is a necessity. Breathing is a necessity. Listening to music is not a necessity. We've just made it one. You need to learn to control your anger, and I'm not being rude advising you. I disagree with you that I need to control my anger. I think that's a very ignorant statement. Okay, bro, get some rest. Peace. Jazakallah khairan, user 309. See you in a bit, brother. Cool kid, inshallah. Stop gassing. Let's see if I know what you're talking about. Dr. Omar, is that you? I don't look like Omar Johnson. How do I look like Omar Johnson? Because I have a beard. Bro, man's deleting it. Love X. May Allah reward you, bro. Abdurrahman Hassan. Abdurrahman Hassan is a beautiful brother. Go and follow him on YouTube, Twitter. I don't know if he got Instagram. I think someone uploads his stuff. Hey, if you're not on Instagram and TikTok and stuff, then don't download it to follow brothers. But follow him on YouTube. Abdurrahman Hassan. He's got a beautiful channel. Are sports like boxing and MMA? No, they're haram for a number of reasons. One, you can't beat people up for money. Two, you're always exposed. Three, the person's you're fighting, yeah, aura is exposed. Four, the naked girls who are walking around in their bra and knickers as a Muslim, it's not okay for you to be in that environment. And there's another million reasons why MMA and boxing is haram. The training's okay. If you want to do the training, you don't want to punch people in the face and this and that. The training is good. I advise everyone. Jiu-jitsu is good. Jiu-jitsu is good. It tells you how to restrain people, and it helps you. It will teach you how to defend your family and so forth. And learning boxing and so forth without hitting people in the face. Alhamdulillah, the training and stuff, these things are fine. But hitting people to earn money, making money out of punching people up, and being half naked, That's not allowed. Okay. What's your favorite category on the hub? I don't have any favorite categories on the hub. Just man, anyone. Uh, State your ends, bro. I'm gonna argue with you on TikTok. Okay. I thought you was going. Yeah, I was, but I didn't realize it's a Christian. Brother, I am a Christian, so if my Christianity really sorry. Now, don't worry, it's cool. If you're a Christian, you can ask me any questions, no problem. I wouldn't be offended. I used to be a Christian, but I'm a born Christian, so see. Oh. We went to Samoa and we get a message saying that, hey, it's all good, you can make your way now, we're going to basically hook up with him. Yeah, feel free to ask any questions. But where did you learn Islam in? No, I didn't learn Islam. I actually learned about Islam in and outside of jail. Before I was a Muslim, I lived the religion of YOLO. You only live once, do whatever you want. I was taking bare shortcuts. I didn't used to work. I took what I wanted. I raved, I clubbed, I did whatever I wanted, and I was living a music lifestyle. How are you, Zida? Wa alaikum salam rahmatullah. I'm fine. Truthful companion, may Allah bless all of you. Ameen. Brother, you need to spend more time on TikTok. Too much corona. I know, Akhi. Alhamdulillah. I'm trying, man. I'm trying. Ameen, brother. Ameen. How do you know Ameen if you're Christian? I know Christians normally say Amen, but Alhamdulillah, no problem. Mayor Ziyamak. Very few people are speaking out on all this bullshit. More people need to speak up. The more people that speak out, because wallahi, akhi, you see when I'll be honest with you, you see how I drop comments in people's videos. Wallahi, akhi, now at first not much people used to like them. Now when I drop the comments in people's videos, a ton of people, akhi, they like the video, akhi. Wallahi, and I know the person who makes the video sees it. Sometimes it's hundreds of people. Sometimes the comments in the videos, like the hadiths and the ayats and stuff, they get more likes than the actual video. So I know it's inshallah a good effect. Jesus came back to life and proved everyone wrong. Muhammad didn't do anything. Yeah. Okay. Jesus said, I of my own self can do nothing. Not only that, if Jesus is God, who was he praying to? Because there's only one God. If Jesus is God, then which God was he praying to? Do you know this drink called Ice Wall Okum? No, I don't know. Wagwan Mandem 69. No, I don't know what's gonna. Zach 676. I'm going to sleep after I finish the questions. Kind question, Muslim? Yeah, go ahead. I answer me if I'm a Muslim. Yeah, I'm a Muslim, man. This Kufi, this bed. I'm reading the Quran at the moment. Monkey Jats. May God, may God. I read the Quran at the moment. If you're not Muslim, may God guide you, and if you are Muslim, mashallah, mashallah is. Can prayer be sung? Now, it's not really sung. The Quran's not singing. The Quran is not like music. When you recite the Quran, I don't know why is even people adding me when I don't know them? Can a prayer be sung? Now, in Islam, we don't have these like songs, like hymns and stuff. I know I was raised a Roman Catholic. I was also an altar boy when I was quite young. I used to carry the candles during the creed and and so. Oh, your daughter is Muslim, mashallah. It's Tajweed. Yeah. But Quran is not like music. You can't dance to Quran. Like there's nothing. You won't hear the Quran and you want to boogie. It's not like that. It has a melody, but it's not like music. Music, you want to dance, you want to rock and this, that, and other. You don't hear Quran and start want to like shaking your body and this, that, and other. Yeah. When you hear Quran, it like relaxes your mind. It's like, well, because you know because your daughter's Muslim. Yeah. Next time I come live, or next time if you see me live, Miss Thingy, you can come on a live. But I'm really tired at the moment, and I can't. What is it? I'm very, very I ain't got the attention span at the moment to do it justice. So, but you can ask as much questions as you want about Islam, things you disagree with, this, that, and the other, and we can have a long discussion as long as you want. And you can ask me questions that you disagree with, or things you want clarification on, and I'll be honored to answer your questions. MC. What's my favorite verse of the Quran? I don't know if you have it. I don't know. Ayatul Kursi most probably. Ayatul Kursi is powerful. Oh, you don't disagree with me. I just want to learn more. Most people who really want to follow Christianity, when they read the Quran, it's what they were looking for. You know, may God um, make it easy for you. You know, it seems like your heart is calling to it. A lot of people, when they read about Islam, they believe in the concept of God, that there's one God that's not a man, not a woman. You know, he's not part of the creation. He's not a man. He's not a woman. He's not a statue. He's not an animal. He's something greater. Um, what happens is a lot of people, they see the rules of Islam and they're like, I don't want to become a Muslim because I don't want to be a hypocrite. But you're not being a hypocrite. If you believe something is the truth, yeah, and you take shahada and you try and follow it, yeah, that's being truthful, and you've lived your life a certain way, and you know you're adjusting. But when someone knows Islam is the truth, but they don't want to become Muslim because they don't want the rules to apply to them, then that's being a hypocrite. So, but I believe you're still searching, and I believe you'll find the truth. You know, all you have to do is make a sincere prayer to God and say, God, make the truth clear to me, and make forces clear to me, and make and make me follow the truth. And if you're sincere, you know, you'll be you'll be guiding, man. I hope all the best for you. Salam, bro. I'll be watching you Pen Speakers Corner, inshallah. We can meet there here, inshallah. Maybe I'm gonna go back there at some stage or in the hereafter. No problem, bro. Okay, guys, I'm knackered, mate. Yeah. So I'm going, guys. Love you all for the sake of Allah. And thank you for everyone for watching at this late time. I do these videos after work, so I apologize for the late time, but I had to get this message out. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh. Jazakallah khair. Mezimak, inshallah. Jazakallah khair. Thank you. Um, uh, may Allah guide you and your daughters to the truth. Alaikum salam, Ali Manga. Assalamu alaikum. Thanks, everyone. How do I forgot how to get out. How do you get out of this room? How do I forgot how to get out of TikTok. And no. Okay, stop.